Hey everybody, hi, how are you? I'm like super excited. I just did my first Periscope. So that was pretty cool. So hopefully some of you that follow me on Twitter were able to see that. I kind of did it stealthily. I didn't let anybody know that I was going to do it, but I figured, hey, if I am here going to do a webinar for you guys today, that I could hop on Periscope and say hi and burst my first Periscope cherry. So I did that earlier. So if you guys want to look me up, it's at Jen Scalia. I'm sure you guys have been hearing about this all week. And so hop on there, check it out, follow me. If you were at my last webinar, 100K in 90 days, it's going to be very similar. I really just want to give you guys the real deal about what it takes to be a successful coach, the real deal about, you know, how I was able to do my launch. And I just want to give it to you all. I'm also going to be including my expenses, what I actually paid out, what money I put into it, how many clients I booked. I'm going to break it all down for you guys because I feel like sometimes things in the entrepreneur world seem so daunting and so difficult. And we just want to help people, especially as coaches. We want to be, you know, just encouraging people and inspiring people to live their best lives. And sometimes it just becomes so heavy that we don't want to do certain things. We don't want to launch. We don't want to build programs. We don't want to, you know, do certain things. But so I kind of was in the same boat. You know, I wanted it to be fun and easy. I didn't want it to be daunting. I didn't want to spend $20,000 on Facebook ads in order to fill a group program. So I didn't. But I am going to show you guys exactly what I did. And I'm going to show you how you can do it. Like, you literally can take this and use it as a blueprint for your next launch and for whatever it is that you want to put out there in the world. So thank you for joining me today. And I am going to go ahead and switch over to the screen share so you guys can see the slides here. Just give me a second. All right, so you should be seeing the slides right now. If you guys just want to type in the chat box, just make sure that you can see and hear me, and who you are and where you're from, and I will be checking in with you guys on the chat here as well. It looks like there's about 50 people on the line right now. We had 300 sign up, so that was really, really cool. I'm excited about that. I'm excited to share everything with you guys. So go ahead and type in the chat box, say hi. I want to make sure that you're here and you can hear me and see me before I actually start my little jig here, okay? All right, so, oh, okay, good. Nicole says yes. Okay, so it looks like there's just a little bit of a delay, but that's totally fine. As long as you guys can see and hear me, this is awesome. Hi, Shelly. Hi, Shantae, Edie, Nicole. Oh, wow, you guys are here. Yay. Naomi, Christy. Awesome, awesome. So happy. Nozifo, I hope I'm not messing up your name, but I like your name and you're from Atlanta. So sorry if I hijacked your name, but Apple, gorgeous Apple is here. Shantae is here from Toronto. Jackie, Christina Bell, Edie. Yes, all my girls are here. I'm so excited. All right, I need to come visit some of you guys, actually. I'm here in Jersey. You guys are just some really awesome places, so might be getting a visit from me soon. So awesome, awesome. Those of you that are here today that don't know me, I just want to give a quick recap. Hey, Rochelle, and I want to just let you guys know what I do, what I'm here for, and then we'll just dive right in. You know, I like to keep it short and sweet. So I want to just give you the goods, give you the information, and then let you guys go off and enjoy your Friday. So I am Jen Scalia. I am a business mentor and visibility coach for online service providers and coaches. So anybody that runs their business online, whether you're a coach, a web designer, a book coach like Rocky, any kind of service that you provide to people online, I am the coach for you. I focus on visibility and marketing, really getting yourself out there, being known as that go-to person in your niche, building a tribe, getting people that actually want what you have so that you can bring in the clients effortlessly, that you can, make the money that you desire to live the lifestyle that you want. So that is what I'm here for. And I'm putting on this webinar today to kind of just reveal behind the scenes of my launch. And I just call it an unconventional launch because I didn't do what you're quote unquote supposed to do when you launch a program. And it still worked really, really well for me. I didn't have a 6-figure launch. No, I did not. But it was pretty damn good otherwise. So I'm going to show you all of that right now. Let's not waste any more time. Behind the scenes of my unconventional launch. So what we're going to cover is how I was able to launch 3 different programs in the last 6 weeks with complete and total ease. How my piggyback launch actually yielded over $60,000 in sales plus ongoing cash flow, which that part is amazing. Also going to talk about how I had a successful launch using $200 in Facebook ads. So I made a mistake. I thought it was $90 because I don't run my ads, so I just kind of peeked. But I was actually reading the ad sets wrong. So it was actually $210 in Facebook ads, not 90, but still it's better than 20,000. I'm also going to talk about the stealth launch process that I used that did not include any webinars or video series or any of that jazz that the gurus are telling you have to do. Also want to talk about how I was able to book new high-end clients without even trying. And finally, I am going to go through the breakdown of my costs and expenses throughout the entire launch process. So it all started on May 1st. I knew that I was going to be launching something at the end of the month. I knew that I had been creating and doing all this stuff, and I wanted to just really get my audience excited. I wanted to give, which if you know anything about me, this is what I do all the time. It's what I preach. It's really about giving your audience exactly what they need. And also at the same time, you're positioning yourself as a leader and you're positioning yourself as somebody who knows exactly what it takes in your specific niche or industry. So content is queen, and I'll talk about that later. So it started on May 1st. I decided to do a campaign that was Make It Happen May, and I wanted to put out 31 days of content for my audience. So this was people in my tribe, on my Facebook group of over 3,000 people on my list. I just wanted to give, and I knew I wanted to do it the entire month. So I committed to doing 31 days of content. And this ranged anywhere from blog posts, PDFs, checklists, videos, audios. I did some recorded trainings. And it also included my 7-day challenge, which I will talk about in just a bit. So it did start very much so with more than just an idea. So this was definitely prepared. I knew that this was going to lead to something, but I wasn't just going to jump in right off the bat and start promoting my new thing. So I just wanted, like I said, to get my audience excited. And this is the way that I chose to do it, to create content for my people. So what I learned from that is content is queen. Anybody that you see out there that is killing it online, anybody that you see as an authority, anybody that you see as the go-to person in their niche is creating a ton of content. Just look around and you will notice that. And what I mean by content is anything. Videos, opt-ins, blogs, webinars, audio trainings, programs, like they are just on content creation mode. And you will notice that, like I said, if you look around at anybody that you look up to or anybody that inspires you, anybody that you see as like your mentor, they are creating a ton of content to position themselves as somebody who is the authority in their niche. So content is queen. It builds trust with your audience. It also adds value. So I made sure that all of the content that I was putting out there actually was something that they could literally use, read, or watch that day and apply in their business right away. So make sure that you're not just pumping out content just to pump out content. Like, it has to be good. So make sure that it adds value to your audience. And like I said, it positions you as the expert. It positions you as the person who knows what the hell you're talking about. And when you are in that true alignment with what you're doing, this creation piece is so easy. The creation just flows because you are in the flow, because you are in alignment. So if you are having any trouble at all creating content for your niche or for your industry, check in with yourself and make sure that what you're doing, what you're coaching on, is actually what you're in alignment with and what you really want to do. So like I said, creation just became easy because I'm doing what I'm supposed to be doing here. I am put on this earth to help women in their businesses. And so everything that I do and everything that I create just flows. And also just remember that all this content that you do can be totally repurposed. You can use this over and over again. So say if you have, let's say, a webinar, let's say this webinar does really, really well. I can turn this into a PDF. I can turn it into a blog post. I can turn it into an infographic or something like that. So always remember that the content you're creating can be repurposed. All right, so the next thing I did about 3 weeks into the month of May is I ran a challenge. And most of you, I'm sure, that are on my list were a part of this challenge, or at least saw it, because it literally was everywhere. Now, it was insane. It was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. I mean, I've run challenges in the past before. I've run probably about 10 to 12 challenges over the past year. And, they were all pretty good. I mean, they were great for list building and all of that stuff. But this particular challenge, was amazing. We had over 500 videos that were submitted as part of the challenge. We had over 1,000 posts and shares, and we'd had this crazy spreadsheet of like everyone that was participating in the challenge. And what it did was it actually really made people start to talk about me. And it was just amazing. It was awesome. Like, I was just getting emails day after day. People were just like, oh my gosh, like, you're everywhere. And that was the point. I wanted to be everywhere. I wanted to be visible. I'm the visibility queen. So it worked. It worked for exactly what I want. Oh yes, Cheryl says, I love the mommy finger snap. So real. Yes. Could you hear him talking? He was singing in the background. So just had to remind him to be quiet. That was cute. The challenge also, make sure that this challenge particularly got people results, period. People were raving about it. They were doing the things in the challenges and they were actually getting more visible. They were getting clarity calls. They were getting, published in Huffington Post. They were getting clients that wanted to work with them. So if you are going to run a challenge, and by the way, this is my quote unquote stealth launch process. So instead of doing a webinar, I did a challenge. Make sure that your challenge is going to get these people results. And that's going to get people excited. Make sure that it's something that they want to do, something that they want to participate, especially since challenges now seem to be the thing. People just seem to be doing them all over the place. And I'm telling you, like, I did my first one in February of 2014. So I've been doing them for over a year, and now they're just getting really, really saturated. A lot of people are doing them because they work, but you have to do your thing to set yourself apart from every other challenge. Like, why are they really going to want to get emails from you for 5 days in a row or for 10 days in a row? Get people excited, get them results, and your challenge will be a success. Oh, Rochelle says, I do the snapping thing too. It worked, kind of. Shelly said she got 9 discovery calls, 1 new client, and all her platforms increased. I know Shelly kicked butt in the challenge. So I was really proud of you for that. All right. So what did I learn? Oh, wait, I didn't go there yet. I want to show you my ad spend for the challenge. So like I said, it was $210. Now, I just want you to note that I only got 99 conversions out of that, which means only 99 people signed up from the actual Facebook ad. The rest of the signups, which I had a total of 607 signups, came from my list, and they came from Facebook groups, and they came from me promoting in my own Facebook group. So this is the absolute importance of having a tribe, of building a community of people who want what you have. You can spend a ton of money in ads to get brand new people who don't know what you have, don't know who you are, and they may be interested in what you have. But the real people that are going to support you and that you're going to be able to sell to and that you're going to inspire is going to be the people in your tribe. So that's why it's so important to have this element. It's so important to have a tribe, to have a community, and to have these people that are going to jump at the chance to work with you, that are going to want to open every email that you send out, that are going to want to watch every webinar you put up. So this is the importance. So I just wanted to show you that, I did spend the $210 in the ads, but only, 1/6 of the actual signups came from that $210. So there are some questions. Tamika says, okay, I don't do my own ads. No, I hire somebody to do my ads. And it's, it's not cheap. But again, it takes, if I were to do it myself, this would take forever. So I can definitely let you guys know about, who that is that helps me with my ads. And there's lots of people that can help you with ads. But if it's something that's going to be daunting, definitely hire it out. All right. So what I learned from the challenge was that my very first lesson was to hire extra help to keep track. So because I did it as a contest, and the people that actually did it understand what I'm talking about, I had basically a point system for anybody that participated in the challenge. So they got a specific amount of points for doing something in the challenge. They got bonus points for sharing on different platforms. And I actually needed to hire extra help. I mean, I have my VA, but I had to hire her for more hours to help me really keep track of all this stuff. So if you're going to do it that way, just make sure that you have a support system that's going to help you with that. Otherwise, it's going to get really overwhelming and you're just not going to enjoy it. So I was able to enjoy it because I knew that I had a team that was behind the scenes, that was keeping track of everything and helping me keep it all together. Along with that was just to have a better system. It was a little bit difficult for me to keep track of everybody and all of the shares and all of that stuff. So I ended up spending a lot of time that week not working at all. I spent a lot of time just reading everybody's post and, taking screenshots of posts that were posted here and doing a lot of that stuff. So next time I would definitely have a better system for how I ran that specific challenge. Also, what I learned is that people loved results. People were talking about it because they were actually seeing results from what they were doing in the challenge. So like I said, and I always say this, you can never give too much away for free. So if you feel like, oh, what this challenge could technically be a course, my challenge could be a course, give it away. If you think that it is just so amazing that people are going to get results and they're going to get something out of it, give it away. I guarantee you, you'll create a fan base of people that love you, create a fan base of people that want to work with you, and you'll be seen as the authority. You'll be seen as the person who gets results and the person who really just wants to help people succeed and not just the person who wants to get into people's wallets. So lastly, challenges can be effective if they are done correctly. So just want to let you guys know that there is a process to it. And I did post something in my group about challenges, and I had sent out a newsletter. So if you guys want to dig that up and, get my pointers on the challenges, I also will be doing a masterclass on this in the LBB, which I'll talk about later. All right. So halfway through the challenge, I decided to launch GGG. I'm actually going to pop over to the chat real quick before I move on. Jen Blanchard said that she's done challenges and it was great for camaraderie and community building, but no one had any interest in my program. So it definitely doesn't want me to, doesn't make me want to do more challenges. We can talk about that, Jen, in the group. and see what was wrong. Maybe it wasn't exactly what your people wanted, so that we can, try to do it again. Tamika says, when you say you don't do your ads, oh, okay, I already did that. Guys, who does my ads is my OBM. My OBM is Rachel Barbic. I don't know if she's on the line right now, but she's right. She's in the babes group. She actually just posted something yesterday. So I will tag her in that group so you guys can reach out to her if you want someone to take a look at your ads. I don't know how busy she is, but I do know a couple other people that run ads if she is too busy. Apple would love to know who does my ads. Okay, I just said that. It is Rachel Barbic. Okay, Naomi said she was wondering how I was keeping up with all those points. Yes, I had a team and I utilized my team. All right, so back to the end of the challenge. About day 3 or 4 of the challenge, I launched my program, which was Gutsy Girls Make Green. And essentially, the challenge was a leeway into offering my program. The program was in direct relation to the challenge. So the challenge was a visibility challenge, and GGG is what I was calling the program, is all about visibility. It's all about upping your authority. It's all about getting people to notice you. It's all about, using social media and other platforms to really position yourself as the go-to person in your niche. So the challenge was in direct relation to what I was promoting at the end. A couple other things that I did for GGG to make it a little bit more enticing was I did a no-brainer payment plan, which a lot of people took advantage of. So I actually made the payment plan such a no-brainer that it was like, why not? I could get started for less than $200. I can get my business going. I can get some visibility. I can learn these tools. I'm going to go for it. So I really wanted to take out the money factor as an excuse for why people weren't going to do the program. I also did some early bird specials, which I thought the early bird specials were awesome. They were a session with me, also a Facebook ads review with Florentina Estradi, who is another person that can do your ads as well, and also entry into the Little Black Business Book. So had some pretty damn good early bird specials that I launched with GGG, but one thing that I would have done differently is I probably would have waited until the end of the challenge to announce it instead of in the middle, because I feel like people were so excited about the challenge that, when I initially launched it, I expected a lot more people. And I didn't get as many, but I think people were still so enthralled in the challenge and, getting the results from the challenge that the sales emails and things like that were overlooked. So definitely, if I were to do it next time, I would probably wait until the end of the challenge to promote it instead of promoting it in the middle. All right, so simultaneously, I launched the Inner Circle, and the Inner Circle was actually something that was launched on a whim, and that's why I launched it at the same exact time that GGG was open, which most people don't do that, right? Most people have a launch where it's, okay, I'm going to, have 4 weeks, and then I'm going to, have the cart open for 10 days, and then I'm going to close the cart, and, I'm not going to run it again for 6 months. So for me, I actually launched the Inner Circle at the same exact time that I had the GGG cart open. So why did I do that? This was a total act of inspiration. I literally had a session with my mentor the night before about, my program. And, I said I wasn't really that happy with the sales from GGG. So I totally, she gave me some pointers. She told me to think about some things. And I ended up waking up at like 7 o'clock that day. And I was like, oh my gosh, I have to create this. And I had an appointment at 8:30 that day, canceled my appointment, and I was like, I need to get this out into the world. So I literally sat in my bed and created a sales page from the heart at 7 o'clock in the morning during my GGG launch, and I sent it out to my tribe. I sent it out to the people that I knew would be an awesome fit for it. And I got 12 people to sign up, which was freaking awesome. It was amazing, actually. And the 12 people that signed up are my perfect clients. They're exactly who needs to be in the program. And basically, what I created there was a hell yes program. It was something that I knew my people wanted, but I was so caught up in the GGG that I had forgotten about it. Another really good thing about the inner circle for me is that it's ongoing income. So there's no contract, but people can sign up and it's on a monthly thing. So I'm not just getting that initial income that month, but I'm actually going to have ongoing income as long as they stay signed up. All right, I think I just wanted to say one more thing, but now I forget what I was going to say about that. But yes, so that was the inner circle. And then about 2 weeks later, after the GGG cart closed, I actually launched the Little Black Business Book, which that ended up being a little bit of a mess. I wanted to launch it on one day and the back end wasn't ready, so I had to push the launch back. Then when I sent out the final email that was like, hey, this thing is here, I sent the wrong link out. So I had a couple hiccups, but all in all, it was awesome. So I launched the Little Black Business Book, which is a membership site. This is important because this is ongoing income for me now. Now it's not just about me helping my one-on-one clients. This is about me helping so many more people and being able to, because I'm only one person. There's only 24 hours in a day. So I had to come up with a way that I can still help people, still support my tribe, and do it in a way that felt really good for me. So what the Little Black Business Book has allowed me to do is batch my content. I am a content machine. I just am always creating stuff, and I'll put it out there and it disappears. So, the best thing I love about the Little Black Business Book is that I'm able to store all of my content. I'm able to get all my stuff out there. And have a resource library for the people that follow me, for the people that want what I have, for the people that love my content. Also, I wanted to bring on the best of the best. I wanted to bring on other coaches and other experts who knew what the hell they were talking about, and that could also come in and teach my tribe, because I will admit it, I am not good at everything. So I will bring on people who are good at Facebook ads. I will bring on people who are good on LinkedIn. I will bring on people who are good at blogging and sales and things like that, because I know that I'm not good at everything, but the things that I am good at, I'm kick-ass at. So I wanted to bring in the best of the best and make sure that I had the best information and resources for my tribe. The second thing I wanted to do was make my tribe exclusive. So I have this big Facebook group. It has over 3,000 people in it. I would probably say maybe about 100 people are actually actively involved in the group. And it's a really, really amazing group. I absolutely love it, but it's just another Facebook group. There's so many Facebook groups out there, right? So how am I going to make sure that my people are getting the best? Am I going to make sure that my people are feeling like they're exclusive, like they're getting all of this stuff, like they are, really being nurtured by me? So this is another reason why I launched the Little Black Business Book, is because I wanted to be an exclusive place where you could get the information that you need. And again, it was a hell yes, no brainer offer. I offered it for $5 for the first month. And after that, it's only $25 a month, which even $25 a month is super duper cheap. When I was putting the idea out there to some of my private groups and masterminds, they were just coming down on me. They're just like, Jen, what are you doing? Why are you offering this for $25? You can offer this for $50. You can offer this for $75. You can offer this for $100. I didn't want to. I felt in my heart, I was pulled to offer it at this price because I wanted to give my audience something that was a no-brainer, something that could really build their business, that they didn't have to dump a bunch of money into and not get results. So that is why I did that. And it really, I feel like, has been one of the best decisions that I've made in my business. So I'm actually going to talk about the numbers for that, which are going to seem a little silly at first, but I'll get into why this is so important. All right, so next I want to talk about what happened with my list during these 6 weeks. I I had pretty decent list growth by promoting the challenge. And, you know, the Facebook ads were just a little bit of that. The rest of it really came from me putting stuff out there, me offering things, and, you know, promoting my list, promoting my opt-ins, promoting my challenge and things like that. So I was able to grow my list by 1,140 in that 6 weeks. So from May 1st until yesterday, I think is when I pulled this, the 18th, June 18th, I grew my list by 1,140, which is really awesome, right? But I want to show you the truth about this. So on my next slide, I have all of the people that unsubscribed. So unfortunately, for some reason, I couldn't get the actual number of people that unsubscribed during that time, but it was a lot. I think it was about 200 and something people that unsubscribed during that time. And that was expected. I was emailing my list pretty much every day during that launch period. So I'm sure I got on people's nerves, and, you know, they just were getting tired of getting so many emails from me, but it's totally fine. I am glad to let go of, you know, people who don't want me in their inbox, and I want to really give to my tribe and my people. And I really feel that if you approach your business the same way, you will get the results. You will get those people that are going to be diehard fans, that are going to be clients, that are going to want everything that you have. And that's exactly what I wanted to do with this entire launch campaign, was really make a separation between the people that were just lingering, the people that were tire kickers, the people that were, you know, totally cool about my free stuff, but would never be a client. So I really wanted to bridge that gap, and I wanted to make sure that the people in my tribe and the people on my list wanted to hear from me. I wanted to make sure that they needed what I had, and the people who didn't need what I had, or that, you know, weren't enjoying my messages, they're free to go. So don't pay attention to your unsubscribes. A lot of people sometimes get, you know, hung up on this, like, oh my gosh, you know, I had so many people unsubscribe. I probably had about 30. Actually, you can see it right here on the unsubscribe thing here. I had about 37 to 40 people subscribe, like, every time I sent out a newsletter. I mean, you can see it right here. And that's fine. Like I said, it's totally fine. I still have a decent list, but now I have a decent list of people who are engaged and people who want what I have. That's the difference. All right. So I just want to give a breakdown of the results of me showing up. And I actually just had this conversation with my inner circle members earlier today, where it was really about me being visible, showing up, sharing my message every day. And I know that I probably trigger a lot of people when I talk about my successes and my wins. I know that I probably piss people off. I know that I probably annoy the shit out of people when I'm posting in groups. But guess what? People are taking notice. So again, similar with the unsubscribes. Pay attention to the people that really want what you have. Nurture those people. Nurture your tribe. Forget about the people who don't, because they don't matter. They're not your ideal clients, and they're not paying your bills because they'll never be a client. So pay attention to the people that are responding good to what you want, and forget about everybody else. So the results of me showing up was that I gave a shit ton during that 6-week launch. Even though I was promoting something, I was still giving away a lot for free. Not only that, but I was able to really help a lot of people by offering things like the no-brainer payment plan for GGG, and offering, you know, the $5 for the first month of LBB. I was really able to help so many more people by giving them those options. Next is that this really attracted my dream clients. And I feel like every time I start working with new clients, I get real clarity around who that person is. And I just want to do a quick side note and just let you guys know that your client, your dream client, you're going to learn who that person is just by coaching people. So the more people you coach, the more chance you have of really figuring out who that dream person is. And I literally attracted my dream clients effortlessly by doing all of these things. And because of that, during this 6-week launch, I actually booked 4 new one-on-one clients and re-signed a couple of current clients. So that was awesome because of what I was doing, because I was showing up, because I was consistently putting out this message. The people, even though I was promoting, you know, my group program, and I was promoting my mastermind, and I was promoting the membership site, there were certain people that wanted to work with me one-on-one, and this brought those people to me. So that was also a big part of my launch, was that I was able to attract these dream clients effortlessly. And now I'm working with people that they're amazing. I absolutely love them. The other lesson is options. So different strokes for different folks, right? Some people, you know, can't afford a $5,000, $6,000, $7,000 coaching package. Some people just want that group interaction, so they're okay with a group program. Some people don't like group programs at all. Some people want one-on-one interaction. So options, options, options for your people. And this is how I was able to have such a successful launch, because essentially, you know, I had 4 different things that people could hire me for. So I ended up with a really good launch in the end. All right, so let's get to the good stuff. I'm going to talk about the breakdown of the results. This is what I got, and I want to be clear on this, just like I was clear on my 100K webinar. These are clients booked, okay? So this is not actually money in the bank, although I probably did have some of that money in the bank, but now I don't. So I want to just make that clear that, you know, there are still payment plans for some of these, but when I talk about my total number, it is booked contracts. These are people that are on recurring payment plans. They've signed contracts. So this is money ongoing that's going to be coming in. So I ended up with 16 sales for Gutsy Girls Make Green. That totaled to about $17,600, which was really awesome. I actually wanted 25. That was my goal in the beginning. My goal was to have 25 people in GGG. Now we go into the inner circle, which the inner circle, remember, I launched spontaneously during GGG, and I actually got 12 sales. So all in all, if you look at the numbers, 16 and 12, that's actually 28. So it actually did end up with the same amount of people that I wanted to work with. My goal was 25. I ended up with 28 between GGG and the inner circle. So the inner circle, like I said, it's an ongoing thing. It's really like a mastermind. So the sales for that were $9,000, but this is ongoing. So, you know, every month I'm going to be getting $9,000. And if more people sign up, then the number will go higher. I'm so sure some people won't stay all the time. Some people might leave. Some people might come. So, but the point here is that it's not just a one-time thing. Now I know that I'm going to have $9,000 next month. Next was the sales for the Little Black Business Book, which did pretty good so far. I mean, I only announced it on Monday. So as of right now, we have 36 people that bought into the LBB for the $5 a month, or I'm sorry, $5 for the first month, $25 for each additional month, which is awesome. So this is where I was saying the numbers are a little funky, because I really only got $180 out of that because it was only $5, right? So, but again, ongoing income. So as of right now, the ongoing income is $900 per month if all of those people stay on. Because now instead of $5, it's going to be $25. My ultimate goal for LBB is for it to have 400 members in it. And I know that it's going to take some time to get there, but if I can get to my goal of 400 members, it's $10,000 in ongoing passive income every month. So that's why I said this is probably one of the best decisions that I've made for my business. Also, I did get 2 people that paid in full for the year for LBBB. So that was an additional $550, which is pretty damn cool. And like I mentioned, I did get 4 new private clients and 1 that re-signed for another 3 months with me. So ended up with 5 new clients, and that was a bulk of my launch there. That was a bulk of my sales. That was 38,400. So the total was 65,700. Now on the next slide, I want to talk about what it cost me to get there. So the breakdown of the expenses, and I actually, as I was talking about the ads, I just realized that I forgot to put in here what I paid my ads girl, but I'll talk about that. So the first thing was the sales page for GGG. I paid $800 for that. Cara Ann from the Petite Company did it. She did an amazing job. She was fast. I think she got it to me in like less than a week. So the page was amazing. And that cost me $800. The back end of all of the membership sites. So now Inner Circle, LBBB, and GGG all have a back end where people can actually log in. They have a username and password where they can log in and get their training materials. So that cost me about $1,000 to have that all set up. But now that's set up, I don't ever have to worry about that expense again because it's already set up. I paid my OBM for the month $1,200. My VA $250 a month. I spent the $210 in Facebook ads, but I did forget that I paid Rachel, I believe it was $460 to run the ads. So that number should actually be a little bit higher there. $250 in my ongoing monthly expenses. So this is for like my instant teleseminar, my Uber conference, my Zoom, you know, all of just, you know, my get response, just all of like my monthly ongoing expenses to actually run my business is about $250. And then I also paid to have the copy done for the Little Black Business Book. And the reason why I did that is I actually wrote the copy for Inner Circle myself. I wrote the copy for Gutsy Girls myself. I was getting stuck on the membership site. It just was not flowing. So again, like I mentioned before, if something is causing you too much time, or it's just not clicking for you, or you're just not getting it, hire it out. So that's exactly what I did. So it was an additional $500 for the copy on the LBBB sales page. So in total, that is actually $46.70 if you include what I paid to have someone run my ads. So still less than $5,000, which is pretty cool. So if we take the 65 and minus the 5,000 that I spent, it was a launch of $60,000, which is pretty damn good. I do also want to make a note here that there was a lot of other business expenses ongoing that took to get me here. I have a mentor that or a mastermind that I pay $1,000 a month for. I also just in this time spent $9,000 on a new program. So there's a lot of money being spent as well as what's coming in. So just want to mention that and be totally real and transparent about that, is that if I didn't have these mentors and I didn't have these programs to help me be a better coach and be a better person, I wouldn't be where I'm at. I wouldn't be able to have that 60K launch because I wouldn't have the tools that I needed. I wouldn't have the support that I needed. So I want you guys to just be aware that just because the number is the number, there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes, and there are a lot of investments that are being made in order to get there. So you have to be open for that. All right, so in summary, and I'm glad because I took, it's actually been less than an hour, so that's cool. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick summary, then I'm gonna pop over to the Q&A if anybody has any questions. But in summary, what you need to have a successful launch, whether you do it conventional and you do your webinar style, or you do it unconventional like I did. You have to have a strong message. You have to know what the hell you're doing, basically. If you're unsure, or if you don't have confidence in your message and your products and your services, this is not going to work for you. People are going to see right through that. So you have to have this strong message. You have to have a strong why. Visibility is key. I can't say this enough. I could be the best coach in the world. You could be the best coach in the world. You could be the best whatever in the world. But if people don't know about you, it does not matter. You have to share your gifts. You have to let the rest of the world know what the hell you're up to, who you are, what your message is. You have to be visible. People have to know who you are so that they can potentially work with you. Next is consistency. You have to be consistent. You can't show up one day and not the next. You have to go and just always do your best, always be putting yourself out there. Don't drop off. I mean, totally fine to like not be on social media 24/7 or, you know, take the weekends off, which I do, but consistency. Your people are constantly getting messages from you. They're constantly knowing what you're up to. Consistency is key. Showing up, again, same with consistency. You have to show up. And if you're not confident in that piece, then it's not going to work. You have to be available to show up. You also have to be open to the fact that not everyone is going to love you, which I talked about in the beginning, but showing up anyway, having your why and your reasons and your purpose be stronger than what anybody else thinks or what anybody else says, and even stronger than your own ego. Next is giving value. There is no substitute for giving tremendous value to your audience and the people who want what you have. So give value. Don't ever think that you're giving too much away. Don't hold back. Give it all away and you will see it come back to you tenfold. And the next thing I want to talk about is just focus. And literally what I mean here is not, you know, focus on your business or focus on one thing, but literally focus on your own shit. There's so much noise out there. There's so much chatter and Facebook groups and social media and Periscope and everything else like that. Focus on your own shit and you will get the stuff done that you need to. You will reach the people that you need to. Don't worry about anybody else, because other people's wins and other people's successes can trigger you and really put you in a place where you are, you know, not feeling good, and where you start to doubt yourself. So definitely make sure that you are applying all of these principles in your business, whether you're doing a launch or whether you are just going to, you know, just show up in your business and, you know, you're not ready for a launch. Either way, all of these things will apply. All right, so I want to jump over to see if I can get my face on here for you guys. Let's see. Ah, you can see me, right? Okay, so I just want to jump over to the chat here. All right, so if you guys have any questions, just pop them in the chat. Cheryl said, unsubscribe is good, not your target market. Exactly, perfect. Christy says, thank you so much, you're a blessing. Rochelle says, epic return on investment. Yes, yes it was. And like I said, with that ongoing, with the ongoing payments, it's just amazing. I mean, I just know that every month for the next however many months, I have income and I don't need to worry about having that income and I don't need to worry about getting new clients. Of course, I will still book new clients, but I already have this, you know, padding. I already have this stuff that I know is coming in. Pam says, how many people actively participated in the challenge? I think it was about, it was over 100. There were some people that started. I think we had on our spreadsheet about 140 people, but then people dropped off. You know, some people dropped off at the end, but I would say probably a good 120 people that actively participated, which was really cool. Jacqueline says, thank you for your incredible transparency. Got to get back to work. Yes, got to get visible with your tribe. Hi, Lisa. I love you. Did you see my Periscope, Lisa? I was on there. Hope you saw it. And Donica says, thank you for sharing your awesome and a true inspiration. All right. Anybody else have questions? If you do, pop them in the chat. If not, I will let you guys go. And also, if you look below this video here, for those of you who haven't joined the Little Black Business Book, you've got to go check it out. Check it out. It's only going to cost you $5 to check it out. If you don't love it, you can get rid of it. But I am sure that you're going to love it. It's going to be filled with amazing content. I already have an epic Instagram training in there that talks about how I created, you know, 25,000 fans on Instagram in less than a year. And I was actually able to get paying clients from it. So That is available for now. Let me see. Shelly says, you always outdo yourself. Way to tell it straight up, Jen. I love Shelly. Shelly has a special place in my heart. She knows it. Lisa says, consistency, visibility, give, and keep it real is key. I didn't, but we'll go find it. Awesome. And Tamika says, during launch mode, do you still accept strategy sessions to enroll in your private coaching program, or did you just focus on the launch? I just focused on the launch. And like I said, those people, they came to me. So they did book strategy sessions. Some didn't. Some people were just like, I've been watching you and I want to work with you. Send me an invoice. So that was pretty cool. But I did offer the strategy sessions still, but I didn't promote them, if that makes sense. Apple says she loves the Little Black Business Book. It is amazing. And also, guys, there is another link down there. I kind of put it down there stealthily because I didn't want to, you know, blatantly promote it because it's not for everybody. But I am accepting applications for people that want to see about how you can make this happen for yourself. And it's in a little link all the way down at the bottom. If that fits your description, if that is you to a T, then book a session to talk to me. Otherwise, enjoy my other stuff. Enjoy the Little Black Business Book. And my tribe. I love having you all in there. I love just helping and inspiring people every day. And sorry if I piss you off sometimes. I actually had one of my clients, I don't know if she's on right now, but one of my older clients that finished with me a couple months ago said that I trigger her sometimes. So I thought that was a good thing, but she still loves me. So remember, love it or hate it. That's kind of where you have to be. So if nobody else has questions, I will see you guys in the group, and I will see you guys next time. Thank you. Bye.